I went to auto events where I've heard people, say, you can't say that because if they hear you saying this, they won't allow you in. They said, well, I mean, we got in trouble with the Academy Awards for telling the truth. A lot of people don't want the truth heard.
Well, because it was something that was out on the internet already.
Out on the internet, found
from them.
It was from them. Their stuff was laying all over the floor, all over the bathroom. It was on counters where people were eating. It was in trash containers. And laying on the street.
And because they didn't say that you cannot share this information, because it was public knowledge already.
Public knowledge. So they tossed us out of the Academy Awards last year. So this year I'm going to be back in. No, it's just we do things in our own way, and people aren't going to make us change. It isn't going to happen. I'm too old. I'm not going. I know what we're doing is right because of the fact that we've got 14,000 videos to show that we're doing it right. We're carried by tens of thousands of different organizations on a daily basis. In a sense, most of the links are not to our website, they're to our videos. Our website basically is there. We tell people it's there as a convenience. It doesn't really, we're not putting the stuff on the website as much as we are in the videos. We dedicate everything to a couple of hours of video work a day. That's a lot of material we put up. Nobody does it but us. Nobody. We've also got a full TV series in 3D. We've got a second series getting ready to come up in 3D. We have an animation series that will be available next year in 3D, and we're going to have a film short, or maybe longer, called True 3D. That is because of Hurricane Katrina and our ability to juggle things, because we learned. And she's basically, like I sat there and continue to tell her that, she's considerably smarter than she gives herself credit for. Because she's the other juggling side of the business. And she can do anything I can do. She just basically is more dedicated to doing it than I am. It's just like, I'll reach in and grab it. She goes and gets her hot pad holders.
I know better.
I'm old. Anything else you want to say about us in existence for 5 years now?
No, but part of it is we're really excited to be able to bring all of this to you. We are growing, we are expanding, we have a lot more coming, but you know what? We wouldn't have been where we are today except for Hurricane Katrina.
No, we owe the people. I mean, some of the people we owe very much, like the Home Entertainment magazine. We owe them an awful lot. Questex. Questex basically give us a massive boost at a time, which was very important. The people treated us with much respect because we're putting things up. People over at Sony were very grateful too. The people over at SEMA were massively grateful because they've been really nice to us at SEMA. And these are things, and LA Auto, when we just go down the list
Rose
of people,
Parade.
Rose Parade, which is, like they give me the same spot every year, give her the same spot every year, we're a grandfather.
Hey, it's almost that time again.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
No, we're very respectful to the people that have helped us get to where we are. And a lot of them, like I said, most of them are intertwined because we got one because of the other. But we wouldn't have anything if it hadn't have been for people wanting to get some help for the animals at Hurricane Katrina. Which we've never forgotten. I mean, the very thing that people have told us, well, you're going to forget the dog. Never forget the dog. Monty has never been forgotten at anything we do. I'll tell you flat out that we have been turned away at events, and then I'll show them okay, here's my business. Oh, you're the dog people. I've talked to you. If they want us to change the name, it's the dog that gets people's attention. Her face on her little Wheaton face on the card, and the name of the site gets people's attention. So we're not.
Well, it's because once you hear it, you may not remember how to say it, but you recognize it every single time, and then you learn it.
And people like
you
it.
do.
It's Monty Bubbles. It's Monty Monty. Okay, we can start now. Monty Bubbles is here. We've been around enough that people ask us, how do you think we should do this? I've actually set up lights and stuff for some of the things that we've been at because they know they've been around long enough. And they ask her opinions, how should we do this? Because we try to be, I mean, like she doesn't hide the fact that times she eats too much. and she's not in the shape that she should be. I don't hide the fact that I'm godly old. Okay, I mean, I can basically get my hair redder. What I do is, if I keep the hat on, it tends to keep the hair blonder. If I take the hat off, it gets redder. But I keep the hat on even inside because it's all got to do with the fact with a green screen you can't see my head. So. But we change, but we're not going to change from what people want. There's no reason to, because we own the company, we're in charge of the company, and we've got more stuff that we can do anyway. So when you want us, you must change to what doesn't work so that we'll let you come to cover us. Well, then we don't cover them.
There's more stuff to do. It's like, we are so busy we cannot handle all of the requests that we have.
God, just look at how many people that are doing interviews now. Look at how many are doing interviews. Look at how much stuff. We got stuff we could be doing all week long. We don't have the time to get to. I could be
hearing Deepak Chopra later tonight.
I know. Or I can be in Cologne next in another few days covering, I think, Prototinko over there. We've got the invites. We've got the invites to go to Createch in Japan. We have invites to go to the auto show in Germany. We have invites to go to Seabet in Holland, I think it is. All of these things we've got invites to do, but we don't have, not the resources, it's got to do with time.
Well, time is a resource.
Yeah, but it's our biggest problem is that we don't have enough time, because everything we do today, because my job is processing. That's that's a big thing, because I have no life, so I can sit at a thing until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We're talking, my last 3D thing I did for her from, was it California and Queen?
The California Queen Talents,
yeah.
Swag Social.
I didn't get that done until 4:30 this morning, and at 8 o'clock I'm getting ready to go on camera. Like they said, here's one. Why doesn't that old fart get off the camera and stay away and let everybody else do it? Well, it's because there's people sitting in the back of this room that are young enough to be, I won't tell you how old she is, but they are young enough to be her children. I know. But she's not a spring chick, folks.
That's true. We do.
I know. I mean, she's in her 30s. Yeah. Okay, for those guys that think she's
29 forever.
Yeah, 29 forever. Forever 21.
Oh, forever 21.
No, but they won't get on camera, and so it forces me to be out here. And we've got another thing. What makes things work too is I have a photographic memory even at my age. Once it's jogged, I remember everything, and so I can quote stuff that from things that basically I'm also the one that puts together old cam in the morning, and I sit there and go through ungodly amount of news information to do it over a span of night, and then we add stuff live at the moment. She puts it on live, which and I can't hear well, so all of a sudden I didn't do that one, so I'm sitting there. That's when I get this. That's when I'll get this look on my face, and I'm expected to come up with an answer quickly.
I throw those in.
Yeah, and there are sometimes, like I said,
because it's something I heard that I think should be in there.
We've done I think 15, actually 2,000 or 3,000 old cam. 2,000 or 3,000 Monty Bubbleisms, and now we're doing we're doing things like that when you're old. That's another system. That's over on Old Cam on Twitter. There's like 500 or 600 over there now too. So, but we don't have the time to do everything. We're expanding and we're expanding, we're expanding, but we won't change what we're doing simply because somebody gives us an order to change.
That's a good enough reason not to do it.
That's right. I'm a contrarian. I tell my father's German, my mother's Indian, and my grandmother's Irish. So.
Well, you know what? We do what works for us and for our audience.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things where they'd like us to cover it because we're here in LA. But we select the things that we think are of international and national interest.
And because we're not...
like, for example, Labor Day.
Yeah.
There's so many things going on, but it's like, well, that's local stuff.
We don't know we don't know what's going to work on Labor Day. We can do we can do food, we can do...
The we thing would be kind of
We thing might be nice, but the problem is we's going to be dark, and that's my problem.
And to do 3D in dark is...
Yeah, we can't do 3D in dark, and basically we went to a Ford event the other day for Ford Flex, and the sun shined at that hour in the morning. we'd invited.
Oh, you mean the Ford Fiesta?
Ford Fiesta, yeah. We'd been to a thing,
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
going to,
overly bright.
we'll pass up events in the morning, well, partly because we don't want to go that early in the morning, but out here the mornings have been so bad that you can't photograph everything. We can't do things. We did a thing on the Ford Explorer that I spent like 4 hours processing in order to, because it was done, there's no sun. You can't shoot.
Because we're shooting in high def and we're also shooting for 3D, so we have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and when there's no sun, you're screwed, folks.
Yeah.
You can't put lights out because it's not designed for it. This is, like I said, we're probably the experts on 3D. We're probably the experts on shooting in high def. We're experts on everything. We are the experts. We've invited, she spoke on it. I turned down the speaking thing continually. I don't want to get up there because first thing I tell people on a 3D, damn thing doesn't work. It didn't work when I was first doing it in 1952. It doesn't work any different now. Mm-hmm. And they'll say, well, you can't say that. Well, I can, and I just did. So, and that, that would get me in trouble because I don't speak. I can tell you, I get in much trouble when I was younger because I wouldn't do the company line. Mm-hmm. Now I'm old, and now it's expected that I do.
Now he still doesn't do the company line.
I know, so, but I guess personicate, basically, as they say, we've spoken enough on being from Katrina, but we're grateful to the people that helped us out at that time because we would not be here, starting our 6th year, except for those people that basically were at that first thing, because they did. I mean, they pushed us like you would not believe, pushed us, because we were getting phone. I was putting stuff up as fast as we could get it, because they were emailing her, they were emailing me, they were calling, and we were just constantly.
Because part of it is we were outside of the area, and we had the resources for internet and telephone, whereas in some of those areas, they don't have the resources.
Yeah, I mean, we were mobile internet long before anybody else. Yeah. So we were mobile camera long before anybody else. We got the most god-awful, sitting on a table over there with people looking at it, is the biggest laptop computer you're ever going to see in your life.
We've had that for like 9 months.
Yeah.
Right? It's a laptop that's 8 gigabytes and 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
Which you can't even find in the stores.
Can't even find it, but we got one. And that basically is the heart and soul of our mobility at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can tell you, I walk around with three computers with me. 3 of them, because each one has the website on it, one has the music department on it, and another has the 3D on it. Everything, because everything is so preponderous, you got to split them off in order to get it done, and then you have to put them all in one spot. But this is what we do. It's, we do this for you. And if you don't like things, well, there's other places you can go.
No, but we love to hear your input because we do try and gather up information that we think will be of interest to you.
Yeah, and we don't mind it if you sit there and bitch about how things are. That's sort of that's called, I mean, we did a controversial thing on the Toyota recall. We did a controversial on a lot of things. Part
of it is, especially with something that's controversial, if you're not getting both good side and bad side, we're not sharing enough with you.
Right.
We're not sharing both sides enough.
We get condemned for being pro Glenn Beck and we've been told we're going to have Bill O'Reilly get on her for being indecent on the air.
Ooh.
She's got smaller swimsuits than this, folks. But as I'm finishing off by eating more of my good bread, until next time, this is okay.
And this is not a spring chicken. We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. For more information, you can always go. Oh, well, you know where you can go.
Yeah,
but,
we can basically AC down the road.
I know. But wherever you're watching us, subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter, join us daily for our newscast in 3D, also news video web in 3D, and enjoy our news avatar. Only available on MontyMobiles.net, so you can find out
and
yesterday's.
She's our concession to what people demand that she be in the business. It is her, folks.
It is me talking.
If you look at it full size, it is her.
They took a picture of my face and put it on an avatar, and I'm sitting there talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's got the chest that she'd like to have, but still. It also has a problem with the little button on the thing for being a little bit heavy in the middle.
Oh, is that what it is?
So.
Okay. So thank you once again for over 40 million links on the internet.